What up, guys? Today we're going to go over week 5 coding bootcamp. That's 5 weeks down already. I feel like this is just flying by. But last week was all about SQL, learning about databases, how to read, write, create, how to do subqueries, aggregation. I don't know how you say the word. But the word where you can do math inside the SQL, where we can figure out averages, we can count. Also, we were learning about joins, how to join multiple tables together. And let me just say, last week was a huge struggle for me. It was hard for me to follow along. And I don't know if this is part because I found it uninteresting, if I was preoccupied or what, but it was really hard for me to follow along in the classes. It was really difficult for me to apply this to my homework last week. Last week was really, probably one of the most difficult weeks I've had since I started this boot camp. And let me tell you, like it was rough trying to figure out how left table and right table joins and all these different ways that it worked. It's slowly starting to click in, but it's taking a little bit of time. It's been a little frustrating. It's been very discouraging. Had me questioning my decisions. This was a good idea and all those things, but we got through it. We're still at a 3.0 in the grade, which is the highest you can have. Granted, it's probably not 100%, but it's probably like 95%, which is cool. I'll take that. But I really wish I would have spent more time before the boot camp to mess with SQL. SQL is the big reason why I chose boot camp. I was going through my Udemy course. We got to databases, Mongo, whatever that database is. We were working with that stuff and it got really difficult for me to understand and comprehend, which is what kind of led me to go from self-taught to boot camp because I felt like I needed a lot more hand-holding for the back-end stuff. And that's what I'm getting right now. And I knew this was going to be difficult. It's been hard. You know, there's no way to cut it. I wish I'd have spent a little more time before the boot camp working with SQL, at least a little bit. So much of this wasn't brand new, but I didn't. This is where we're at. We'll move forward. We'll learn from it. It's okay. That's what it is. On to next week, we will be working with data access object, and we're going to do data access object testing, DAO. We'll also be learning a little bit about data security and networking and HTTP. I do have a Google IT support, and I've worked with some kind of networking and some security and a few other things. So I feel like this won't be brand new, but this is still going to be difficult. I'm aware, but none of this stuff you can really learn overnight, and that's okay. You just got to accept that you will not learn this overnight, and that's okay. I know it's about to get difficult, but we're going to leave SQL and we're going back to Java. We're going to be learning testing with that, which I still don't feel super confident with testing. I don't know if this is going to look the same or not. I don't even know about it. I've never heard of data access object until right now. So I got a feeling this week is going to be super difficult too. We're off school Monday, so it will be a short week, but a lot of information to take. I'm looking right now. We got 2 parts for the data access and then the other thing. So I see 5 days of work that will be done next week in 4 days. So that's exciting, but hopefully I grasp this pretty easily because I've been grasping Java pretty easily. And SQL seems like it's pretty straightforward in understanding, but it's one of those concepts that you just have to work at a few different times and you have to, just keep doing it. And it gets easier, right? And that's okay. I feel like I did learn a lot, but I feel like I have a lot more to learn. On to the data access object and learning a little about security next week. We'll be getting ready because we're going to be learning this stuff to do our next capstone because every 4 weeks we do a capstone. The last one is a huge one that we do in a bigger group, and there's going to be like 4 weeks to do it or 2 weeks to do it or something. So wish I had a little more time to do some more side practice, which I've been doing some Java katas, been doing a little bit of free code camp, data structures and algorithms, just trying to keep working and keep touching Java code every day or JavaScript or just like a little bit of code because I know SQL is a little bit different and I might not necessarily be using SQL a whole lot, or if I am, I'll probably be Googling a lot of these things, but at least I kind of understand like, okay, 1 to many, many to 0, 0 to many, or 1, these different connections and building graphs, which actually that's something we did on Friday was build a diagram to kind of understand how it all works together. And I kind of get it. Like it seems like it's super straightforward, but it's just not clicking with me, but it will eventually. But anyways, that's it for today. Week 5 is finished, but I'm still pretty happy that I've chose to do this. We'll see when the results are done, but for now, I'm content. Later.